Welcome to episode 338 of the Overlook Hour. I'm your host, Clark Little. Along with me, as always, is the man sitting across the table from me, a man who just blew another candle. It's Russell John the Fisherman.
I forgot about that.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I feel old, that's why.
How does 24 feel?
Dude, I don't know. That was a long time ago.
No.
No, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be good.
Also joining us is Oksana Valerianova Osachi, who is also turning 24 very soon.
The day after this recording.
Did y'all? What is that about?
What?
Y'all's birthday's too close.
Nah, it's good.
Is it good? It's all you get one foul swoop.
Yeah, and we do nothing for either of them, so. I mean, we're surrounded with other people's birthdays, too, so.
Every couple of years, my birthday lands on Mother's Day, too, so it's like, okay, I mean, I guess it's an even bigger party.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody.
And we wish a very special happy Mother's Day to Randy Michaelstedt in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's me. Yeah, I didn't even see my mother on this Mother's Day because I'm now not living in California.
You're now not living. You didn't.
I called her though.
I was about to, you can't even do a FaceTime, dude.
I don't know. I'm not a big FaceTime guy.
Yeah, but it's your madre, dude. You were ripped from her womb.
It's true. We've been talking a lot recently, though, mostly because she's been helping me with a thing that's happening.
You don't want to announce that thing on the show yet, dude?
I don't know. I guess it's fine. I bought a house out here.
Yeah.
It's still paperwork still going through and everything, but yeah.
Yeah, fuck
kind of
you,
exciting.
dude.
Now, Randy, how laborious is the house buying process?
If I didn't have my mom who knows a lot more about the business because she's been in it her entire life, it would be much more difficult, I think, just because I don't I'll read paperwork, but I don't really understand a lot of it most of the time.
So you just let mommy do it? Is that what's happening right now?
No, I mean, she'll explain things to me when I have questions, and she'll
If I were in your situation, that 100% would be the scenario.
I'm trying to learn some things. I've learned some things here and there, but yeah, I've had to e-sign or 50 documents probably. I don't know, maybe less than that, but it seems like I'm e-signing a new thing every day.
Is homeowners insurance mandatory in Atlanta?
Is it not everywhere?
I don't know. I've never owned a home.
I'm pretty sure it is.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the insurance isn't too bad though, considering all the other things that go into buying a house. But
can I persuade you in a home warranty?
I'm good.
We'll talk off air.
Oh my god. Yeah, Randy, fuck you. You moved from California. You seem happier and healthier. You're doing a bunch of interesting shit. You're fighting the curb. You're buying houses now. How many bedrooms you got in that house for your large family of just you?
That's 3.
Well,
I'll have my bedroom, and I'll have a podcast / office / music room, and then I'll have a room for guests.
Oh my god!
Where's your jerk off shed? I'd have a jerk off shed.
It's the same as the music room.
Okay,
dude. I'm glad you're putting that podcast money to work. I'm sure we'll buy a house now any day with our ad revenue.
Now, Randy, Randy's gonna have a big yard out there. Now, Randy hasn't cut grass in many, many years. He did tell me last week that was his first job he ever had was mowing grass. So, Randy, when you pull the trigger on a lawn mower, I want to help you with that decision because that's a big decision you got to make there.
Okay, I think I'll probably go Yamaha. Are Yamahas good?
What? See, this kid.
Brand loyalty, dude. I got a Yamaha drum set back home.
Does Yamaha make lawn mowers?
I don't know. I feel like they do, but maybe not.
I believed him.
No, we're gonna get you a Husqvarna.
Just get a goat. There's a service if you own a lot of property. The Skywalker Ranch does it, where someone will bring their herd of goats and they'll just chew your grass down.
Oh, that was a huge thing here in the city for a month, I think. Dude, no.
Grass in the city.
Do you not remember on BART? You could see it. It was right after the Daly City stop on BART. there was a backyard there that had a bunch of goats.
No, I don't
And there was a
remember.
fucking sign.
I don't write Bart.
It said, rent our goats. Yeah.
You could do goat yoga too.
Yeah, what's the goat yoga thing?
I don't know. I know it's a thing though.
You just
Maybe
do
they like
yoga with
step on your
goats.
back when you're like stretching or something.
Dude,
What?
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like a goat.
Oh, city grazing. Our adopted goats are available to rent.
City great. Now that's good marketing. That's good marketing right there. I've got no issue with that.
All right, get him as an ad. Reach out to him. Tell him we'll
For
do
a sponsor.
No, dude,
Yeah.
goats are Satan, dude.
Okay.
You know, Black Phillip.
I did get a T-shirt as a gift with a goat on it.
Yeah, goats no good.
It definitely was not an advertisement for city grazing. I think it was.
I don't want a goat.
It was an ad for the Dark Lord.
Chickens.
I'd do a chicken too.
Just a chicken.
I don't
Needs a
know. How
friend.
many do you need?
Four.
Don't they lay a lot of eggs?
Let me tell you something. You got chickens though. You got a target on your property.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
the wolves,
Yeah.
the coyotes, the jabalina.
One of the houses we looked at when we were moving had a chicken coop in the
Yeah.
backyard in what? San Mateo? What city
No,
is that?
it was over by fuck. I don't remember. Who cares?
Local
It was
references.
like in the city where you wouldn't expect someone to have a chicken coop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think we can manage a chicken coop here?
No, we don't have anywhere to put it.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Stay with me. What about if I want to keep some bees?
Yeah, probably
Put
not.
on the back porch. What's the problem?
You got commitment issues is the problem.
You know I've always wanted to be a beekeeper.
I don't know. We don't need a feral hive in the backyard.
James Hetfield's a beekeeper.
Uh-huh.
Bees are fascinating.
I agree.
You saw Jackass Forever.
I was watching a gameplay. Somebody was playing a horror game. I think it was about Buff Doge, like following you through a labyrinth, and you're followed by another kind of meme. And one of the random things he said was, "Honey's the only type of food that doesn't spoil." Is that true?
It doesn't really spoil, no.
Okay, weird.
But it will...
I'm glad I learned that fact watching that game.
It will turn solid.
Yeah, but it doesn't rot? Why is that?
I don't know if it does. Well, because there is a insane amount of sugar.
Good band name, Rotten Honey. That's
No,
a good
it's not.
name.
No,
That's a good name.
How's that a good name?
It's good for a band.
Well, it just makes me think of Eli Roth.
Why?
Rotten fruit.
Oh my God. Everything's back to Eli.
I know.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we should start. We should probably mention that the virtual fest was last night.
And yesterday afternoon, yesterday morning.
Yeah, it was a 12-hour thing. I think we were correct this time. It was 11 and a half hours long.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody that came out. Randy was there. Were you there the whole time?
My computer was on the whole time, but I was asleep for the last several hours.
Oh, you didn't get to see your film debut?
No, I didn't. I'll see it eventually.
I, however, did. It was the first time I watched our appearance in the Barbados project. Holy God, did Thomas transform that movie? It went from like a DIY project that was kind of using computer assets to include a monster, which I thought was cool, to like I don't know how many times he ran through that thing, but everything had like a HUD display and like so many different transitions and like I don't know. He leveled that movie up for sure. And it's funny.
You and your video game references.
Because it's just a cultural reference now.
Leveled up. Hack.
Or coin. Like, dude, video games are a part of it. It's in the zeitgeist.
We're gonna wean you off YouTube.
Dude, it's how I'm plugged into the world, humanity. Yeah, I know why you guys didn't like our little appearance in that movie.
Because it was shit.
I'm the only one talking in it. Y'all are egocentric.
Do you know why? You know why? Because Randy and I were the ones making jokes, and then all those jokes got cut out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because it's like the digital effects are so busy that we're like flying all over the screen, like moving around. Dude, it's great. I thought it was a trip.
Are we at the end of the movie?
We're towards the end.
Okay.
I think you have the last line of the movie, Clark, from a review I read.
Wait, somebody reviewed his last line?
I think David Robson reviewed the movie, and it said something about Clark finishing off the movie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Bet Clark finishes.
It just takes a really long time.
You're welcome.
Dude, Thomas Burke, great. We already got an inquiry where somebody's trying to book the Barbados project in another film fest, so big things coming our way. The Barbados.
Hell yeah.
I hate I missed it, man. It was
I know. I was bummed too, especially because it was going so well, and that Dutch Merrick, the director, the brain behind Horror in the High Desert, he loved your poetry, and I didn't know how any of that would play because we had a weird little wraparound thing going.
I mean, there've been 337 episodes of nothing but pure poetry on the show. So what do you expect?
No, but I mean, he legitimately was just like, "Hey, these are pretty good." I don't think I was in the chat for the intro to Horror in the High Desert though. Did he enjoy his poem?
I think so. I don't remember specifics. I might have been not looking at the chat too.
Anyway, there were a lot of people in there.
But even our in-person audience really appreciated that people were getting shushed when the poems were starting. So.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck
okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
I got shush power, babe.
Actually, one of the members of our home audience here, because while we were hosting the event online, we had to strategize, Oksana and I. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll host the event here because there was also a clash with an attempted birthday party for me. And I was like, we're doing a film fest. No. So, I mean, I appreciate everything. My mom made a cake. Did you see it?
Oh, your mom made the cake?
She made that. Yeah. She did all of the, I don't know what she did. Is that frosting that you can't eat?
It's not frosting. A lot of it, there's double-sided tape. She made little director's chairs and a bunch of 5 virtual
What did she make it out of?
I think it's plastic.
Fondant.
No, it's not fondant because I bit on one of those stars and it's 1000% not edible at all.
Fondant's edible.
What? It's not.
That's the only word I knew that had to do with cakes.
I thought it was too, and it looked like it, but no.
Asbestos.
Dude, it was fondant footage. How did we not?
My man.
Wait, okay. If you're listening to this show, I give you the right. Go ahead. You can make some found fondant features if you want, and we will show it.
That's a Birdman.
That's a Birdman.
Give that to
thing.
Birdman.
Also, Birdman, Charlie, who works on the festival with us, he came by and handed me the best birthday present ever, which was a box of VHS tapes. Now, I know this year we were going anti-VHS as he died, but, normally we've been doing the Overlook thing for so long that people, they'll dump their collection on us, like when they move or something. One time there was a cockroach in a box. It freaked me out. Oksana had to kill it with a bat. Another time...
What kind of cockroach?
I don't know. It was big and it had antennas that were very lifelike.
That's the American. They're not infestation. You're fine.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad you said that because I was very worried.
One dead one and one living one in the box.
Yeah, it wasn't here.
I'm an expert of cockroaches.
Okay, God.
I wish that wasn't true, but it is.
Yeah. I could imagine with your work. So but no, normally when you get a collection dumped off, it's like shit that you can find anywhere, and you're kind of like, I don't know how many copies of this I want. This one was like a real collection, and I'm like, dude, these are good. One thing that off the top of my head, he had a couple of early VHS tapes that had kind of like the NECA action figure cover where it's like a book and you open it up.
NECA wafers?
No. Yes, NECA wafer. It opens like a book, but I think there was Invasion of the Body Snatchers had that. He had an Apex release of Uncle Sam with the lenticular cover. I was like, dude, are you sure you want to give me these? And he was like, yeah, everything I wanted, I took. And I'm like, well, where did they come from? And he said in P-Town, Pacifica out here, a rental place had closed and he picked them clean. So, dude, Birdman, fantastic gift. But everybody in the chat, Thomas hung out all night. Mickey from the Three Friends was there. Chad was there from Scary Thoughts.
You sound like a gangster. Mickey from the Three Friends.
No, I mean, dude, all these filmmakers. Oksana had been communicating with Jed Shepard, and he came in. He worked on Host. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things of the night was we were watching Isaac's film, Isaac Gabif, the one who did Peoplewatching, and Jed was in there, who's a he produced host, and he was just like commenting on the production of that feature, and he was like, dude, we could repackage this thing. I could see this moving. And it's like, what a trip. Because you also like, damn, how do you get this song? That's like a $30,000 exclusivity fee you'd have to pay for this thing. And I was like, well, between you and me, I think that's why nobody's ever seen this movie.
Yeah, between you and me and everyone who just listened to our millions of listeners across the land.
I wrote it. I said, hey, if you're not Jed, don't read past this point. And I said, I don't think you paid for it. So as long as nobody that's listening on the podcast right now, I think we're good. But yeah, I think Isaac popped in there, Rodriguez, but I don't know if it worked. We did. If you had issues out there with Sia, we're sorry. We're figuring this thing out, and their app would not work with our fucking stream, which was super annoying. But I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I thought we just turned off the ticket buying through the app, but I didn't realize that was like everything with the app.
Yeah, if we're gonna get into it, when we were setting the thing up, they're like, hey, it's gonna cost you more per ticket because we had to pay for everybody that attended and how long we were streaming. They're like, if you want to let people buy through the app, it's gonna cost you more money in like an exponential way. And we're like, well, screw it, we'll do it on the website. They didn't tell us that when they shut it down, though, it would block the app use completely, which why would you do that? Like, yeah, I don't know, whatever. But it worked out good for the most part. So yeah, I don't know. Thanks to everybody who came out there. Again, you miss out on having like time with these filmmakers. They were just in there in the chat hanging out. And of course Randy too, who was there. He's very
I was there.
He had jokes too. You missed it, Clark. He was in rare form.
Randy's always got jokes.
Randy, did you end up doing a screening party at your house, or were you solo?
No, I was solo bolo.
Boo. Yeah, I again, if you watched it, like I'm talking to you, the audience now, if any of you watched it and you were there the whole time, hit us up. I'd love to hear about it, especially if you had a viewing party. It seemed like nobody did, like, except for us, which we had like, I don't know, like 15 people here or something. Yeah. But yeah, thanks. I don't know. I really like the live stream stuff. So if people dig that, I'd like to keep doing it. I don't know. In person versus online, I would like to compare them, but they're so different. I can't I don't know. The pros and cons, there's no Venn diagram there. Yeah. So, anything else? Again, happy Mother's Day to my mom. She made the beautiful cake. We had to post pictures of that.
Yeah, the cake was amazing. I don't know.
We're glad to have you back, Clark.
Thank you.
I know we talked about it before recording, but you ate a bunch of good food. I was lurking on your Instagram.
I gained 2.5 pounds in 3 days.
That's not even worth bringing up.
No,
that's nothing.
I had ribs, multiple steaks, multiple cakes, donuts, chili cheeseburger.
And what, you had a treadmill? You only got 2.5 pounds?
Catfish.
I feel like I gained 5 pounds last night.
I did a lot of walking on Friday.
All right.
Hell
I had to
yeah.
go home. My sister graduated got her graduate degree, and she's a therapist now. She got a job offer during graduation.
Oh, rad.
Yeah. She had to call them back. She was
the shit works. You get a degree, the jobs just start pouring in.
Also, the graduation, God, those are brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Was it hot?
It was hot. It was in a gymnasium in the Delta in Mississippi in May. Yeah, you put the pieces together. It was awful. We left early. And then the commencement speaker was the CEO of Charles Schwab.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And, well, I always think it's great when people who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars do a very good job of pretending they're humble people. That's one of my favorite things. And I'll tell you, he did a very good job because I kind of like the guy.
Yeah. The company I work for,
and he was short. He did a short speech. He was average height.
Charles Schwab's daughter is a client with us,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know. This is a little bit too behind the curtain, but our former third chair, Justin, who stopped by on my birthday at work, and he told me, I don't know. I'm going down a weird tangent here. Anyway, he broke a like limestone pedestal thing that they had ordered, the Schwab family.
Yeah.
They fucking flipped out. And so it was an ongoing joke for a while that he had a vendetta against the Schwabs because they took it personally. And I mean, it was like a granite. It was just a block.
Where's the Schwabs, dude?
It was like a fucking $3,000 piece of brick. Yeah, I don't know. All right, should we start?
And then last thing, she graduated from Delta State University, which is this. They're the Fighting Okra.
Oh, that's an okra on your shirt.
Yeah, look at the back.
He's got boxing gloves. I thought it was
There's a bigger on the back.
It looks like a pickle.
Yeah, it looks like a pickle.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
hell yeah.
I'm into it. Can you see that, Randy?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Wait, the camera's not over there.
I saw it. That's tight.
Well, Randy, I figured out in Zencaster how to make the whole monitor just you, which I have to say I've been trying to do for a long time, and now that I've done it, it's kind of
that's
creepy.
way better.
It's kind of creepy.
I
though.
like it better.
I don't know. It's like he's at the table. It's freaking me out.
Is okra like native to Mississippi or
Well,
something?
okra, you can grow okra in a shoe. But yeah, okra's big.
Also, when he was trying to show you the back of his shirt, Randy, he turned so the monitor could see it.
For whatever reason, I was headed to your camera.
Oh, that's
because I didn't even. I know I didn't even think.
All right. Well, okay. I'm awake now. I'm glad we had our hangout time and can thank everybody. Because I don't want to look sleepy when David comes in.
All right.
Do we? Again, I haven't printed out the bingo cards.
Coffee.
Okay, you think there's coffee?
He's over a piece.
Randy, you got anything?
The observation train deck,
okay.
whatever. You caught me mid sip.
Okay, so we got an observation train. Oksana, you got a prediction?
Cakes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, going big.
Well, you're just shooting in the dark now. I mean, who knows? Maybe you talked to him before, but I'm not seeing cake in the future.
Treats are on his radar almost weekly now, so cakes are just a tangent of treats.
All right, well, let's bring him in.
Good morning. It's May 8, 2022, and it's a Sunday. Day 2 of weekend projects, and the fun work train is rolling. Don't forget to enjoy the dining car where you'll find fine food, treats, drinks, including hot, fresh coffee. Also, the observation car.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, hell yeah.
And today, I plan on visiting both for coffees and occasionally take a coffee to the observation car and enjoy the scenery in this fantastic world as we travel along. Everyone, have a great day.
He said
That's
coffee. He said coffee 3 times.
Was he drunk? Dude, he had a little adventure there. He brought the coffee into the observation car, and then it seemed like he didn't really know what you do in that car.
I mean, when you hear him talking, do you guys visualize him on a train?
No,
I do.
I visualize him in a very damp cave where you just hear.
That's the way to go.
Dude, it was bad that time.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Actively drinking while he was talking?
I think his dentures were falling out, and he was trying to keep them in.
Dude, he's got OMM hard.
I hate it.
Old man mouth.
Yeah.
Old man mouth, look at my life.
Okay, what are we doing next? Again, it's been very busy, so I haven't done any segments, but we do have something. Oh yeah.
Breaking news.
No, we got some female bag.
Female bag.
Patrick, one of the directors of the Alien Report, wrote in, and he said, hey, Russell and Clark. Good. Thank you for putting me first. It's about time somebody did. Thomas sent me your latest podcast, and I can't thank you enough for mentioning the Alien Report again. You've been so incredibly kind and supportive. Once we begin releasing soon, I hope to post that podcast from last fall as a behind-the-scenes chat about the movie. That said, what the fuck? We didn't win anything. But Napoleon said he was always amazed that his generals would risk their lives for a little bit of ribbon. I wanted enough 5 ribbon. I must admit it's true. So I'll have to try again sometime. I knew I should have stacked the audience. If I can ever be supportive of your festival or do anything at all for you guys, please let me know. I can't thank you enough for such a great time. 30-second beers and all.
He's the best.
Patrick, we love you to death, dude.
The best.
Also, thank you for the interstitial. Clark was in the air. He was in air transit while we showed it. So I got to show you. Remind me. We'll run through them after.
By the way, Patrick, I want to be very clear. I was 100% pro cooking the books. So I just want to be on the record.
Hey, dude. I mean, that's why I wanted to mention in that F5 virtual thing we did, the awards, because honestly, either our audience has just given up and has given everything 5 stars in person now, or people really, actually, to be fair, the Alien Report didn't have everybody love it. People either fucking love that movie or were like, aliens aren't for me.
That's a great sign.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I know Chad Lott from Scary Thoughts, he's like, dude, Alien Report was so fucking good.
Yeah. That was his takeaway from the fest, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, Patrick, we love it. And honestly, I mean, Clark's not wrong. When the jury got together and threw out the idea of a special effects award, I was like, there was that reason that I talked about in that last episode that why we don't do that. But I'm like, but we could, and we could get an Alien Report. So I don't know. Patrick, we love you. We love Kevin for putting up with you, and you're great. Also, why the fuck aren't you listening to the podcast anyway? Thomas has to pull the episode and send it to you. Cool. Also, thank you for doing that, Tom. Glad you made it back from Barbados.
Barbados, boy.
Do I got anything else up top? No, I think that's it. Yeah.
I do want to talk about
Kevin.
The Miami Grand Prix.
Oh. All right, my turn for a bathroom break.
Now, Randy knew about this story. But
what?
Randy knew about it because Russell. Did you not hear about the giant controversy at the Miami Grand Prix this weekend, dude?
No. Oh, okay. No.
You did?
I have an inkling this probably came up on that Tim Dillon podcast, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Then how does Randy know about it?
Because I know about F1, bro. I think I liked F1 before Clark did, and then once Clark started liking it, I was never fully on board, but I was aware of it because my dad used to watch it, and I don't know. Then Clark really just took it and ran, dude. He's full bore.
Randy knew about Senna before I did.
Yeah, I saw it at a theater in San Francisco.
Randy was in a Senna. I was more in the Cinnabon.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know.
And then I made you watch Senna.
I don't know.
And you enjoyed it.
I did. It was good. We talked about it on here.
The Miami Grand Prix. First time Miami has held a Formula One event. This was a big thing. Big event. Now, is it going to be bigger than Vegas in November of 2023? Maybe not. Did I tell you that they're going to be in Vegas?
Are we going?
I'm 100% going. You want to go?
I don't know. I'm down.
It's going to be insane.
I'm going to do a podcast.
They're racing on the strip, dude.
Really?
200 miles an hour on the strip.
What the fuck?
It's going to be crazy.
Well, that's cool because you could stand there for a long time, then they go by, and then you could go to a casino.
Dude, there's going to be over 1 million people going.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
And I bet they're going to be the best audience in the world.
Dude.
F1 in Vegas, that's going to bring a cool crowd.
So the big thing in Miami, and again, that Netflix show did an incredible amount for Formula One, but they get to Miami and it's like a circus down there. Actually, the race was today, and Pirelli is the official tire sponsor of Formula One.
Yeah.
And so at the end, at the awards ceremony, the top 3 get the podium. and they always are given a Pirelli hat to wear on the podium. Well, because they had it in Miami at the Hard Rock Football Stadium, which was the center where they held the podium ceremony, they gave them football helmets.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. They were Pirelli football helmets. But the big thing this week was in the infield of the event, they had a fake marina with plastic water, but they had boats docked there, and surrounding the boats was just blue plastic, fake water.
Yeah.
And it pissed everybody off.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It just became like a thing.
Weird.
But honestly, like, you looked at it in the race, it looked kind of cool.
I mean, it's a weird tableau anyway.
Yeah.
Why not just do it? Why do people get mad?
Dude, they lost their minds.
Fake water?
Yeah. They lost their minds. And well, it's a lot of British people,
Mm-hmm.
because Formula One, huge presence in Britain, and the majority of the personalities, because it's Sky Network, and Sky is out of Britain. But
Skynet.
there you go. And dude, they were just roasting the whole thing. And here's my thing, Brits, look, we're glad to have you in our country. Okay, come here. Sure, we have fake water, but you guys have a fake government.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, you got a 90-year-old incestuous queen with a pedophile son going around fucking kids on islands, and then you've got another person running your government, and she's just the face. So chill out.
Speaking of Skynet, tomorrow is Oksana's birthday, and she refuses to pick something to do. So the idea I had, I don't know if I mentioned it last night.
You did.
But yeah, Skynet, in my head, it makes me think of Oksana's first love before she met me, Eddie Furlong,
Stupid.
who was in T2.
So you got her a cameo.
No, so I was thinking for your birthday, we should watch my favorite Eddie Furlong movie, The Crow 4. Dude, nobody's seen it. Again, I'm going to pitch it one more time on the show. Fat Eddie Furlong plays the Crow. He's dating Tara Reid. Tara Reid.
I
What?
don't think he's dating her.
It doesn't matter. Tara Reid's in the movie. Dennis Hopper plays a priest of Satan.
Dennis Hopper is in the Crow 4?
He's in it.
Mm-hmm.
David Boreanaz is the bad guy.
Oh my God.
David Boreanaz gets possessed by Satan. So he does that thing where it's like, I'm zany and evil now. I'm cringing thinking about it. Also, Danny Trejo's in the movie. He plays Danny Trejo. It's fucking incredible. We need to watch that movie. Let's do that for your birthday.
Maybe.
She won't pick
It's called
anything.
The Crow Wicked Prayer. Do you want to guess?
I mean, you have an autographed poster, so
I do.
we should put that up.
Well, what else do you want to watch on your birthday?
It's got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Whoa, it does.
It's tight.
The Crow 4 does?
Yeah, it's got 35% audience and 0 from critics.
This is pretty good.
That's something. That's like the YouTube plaque you get.
Didn't one year for your birthday y'all watch The Suckling?
Mm-hmm.
I feel
I
like
think it was last year.
this is better.
She knows I'm going to make fun of her for liking Eddie Furlong. And the thing is, him being the fat crow, it wouldn't be bad if they weren't trying to hide it, but they try to hide it. They try to edit around it. So it's like,
Well, he's wearing a lot of black anyway, so that's fine.
yeah, I know, right? It's very
Slimming.
slimming.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
think I've watched it ever since I blind bought it after meeting him at Comic-Con 15 years ago.
Yeah, we were at Comic-Con, and I think they were promoting that movie.
Yeah, so the
And-
director and producer also signed that poster, and then he was last, and he didn't even. Yeah, he sucked.
Yeah. We should watch it. I think Clark, you would dig it. dude.
Who's cooler, Fat Eddie Furlong or Fat Brendan Fraser?
Ooh, Well, Eddie Furlong. I mean, even though I talk about how I disagree with So Bad It's Good, that's Eddie Furlong. Fat Brendan Fraser, I just like.
Fat Brendan Fraser.
You also forgot another fat boy, Russell Crowe.
Okay. Fuck, marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill. Fat Russell Crowe, Fat Brendan Fraser, Fat Eddie Furlong.
Okay. Me first.
You go.
All right, fuck, marry, kill. I'm going to marry Russell Crowe. I'm going to fuck Brendan Fraser and kill Eddie Furlong.
Okay. I'm 100% gonna marry fat Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
I would fuck Russell Crowe. I would fat Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
And I would kill Eddie Furlong.
It just seems like it would be fun.
Everyone would just kill Edward Furlong.
All right, Randy, you go.
Mine was going to be the same order. Russell, Brendan, Eddie.
What? Okay, the same as Clark's.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And all right, Oksana.
You be careful how you answer this.
What? I'm not going to.
I'm insecure.
You have to.
I'm insecure, and it's gonna hurt no matter what.
You have to.
You better say kill them all. Come on, do it. She's really thinking about it. She's taking out a pen and paper. She's weighing the pros and cons.
Pen and paper was already here.
All right, so who we fucking?
No, I think
she's really thinking about
Brendan
this.
Fraser. He's too sad to marry.
What?
Okay. All right, so we're boning for Brendan Fraser. Are we gonna marry Eddie Furlong or are we gonna kill Eddie Furlong?
No, kill him. He sucks.
Okay, we're
so
all there.
All right, so we're killing our exes.
See, I was thinking you want the unhinged one to be married to because he's going to be a protector. I don't see Brendan protecting me, and I don't need intellectual like conversation or anything as proof with Oksana. So I just I was looking for one night with Brendan.
One night with Brendan makes the heart go stronger.
Yeah, but really, think about what you want to do tomorrow.
Okay.
I feel bad because it's almost like you have a birthday around Christmas where, because mine is 2 days before yours, people want to do shit on my day. And I'm like, I don't want to.
Well, also, mine is on a Monday. I'm like, I don't really want to.
Yeah, but figure something out. We should do something.
Yeah.
All right.
Monday, hey, you can go to BJ's Brew Pub and get you a Pizookie.
God.
What the hell is Pizookie?
You never had a Pizookie?
No.
You don't like the game Banjo Pizookie?
Randy, tell about Pizookie.
It's a cookie baked in a pizza pan, and then they throw ice cream on top of it.
Oksana.
All right.
It does look good.
It's a good
very
birthday.
Can you all acknowledge Banjo Pizookie?
It was good. I know. I was in my thing. I had to finish my thing, but I really enjoyed Banjo Pizookie.
It's also a tribe.
What, did they live on the land?
We'd like to honor the Pizookie tribe.
A Kurdish tribe.
The Pizookie tribe?
Pizookie is a Kurdish tribe whose members live in different regions.
Curtis? What is a Kurdish tribe?
Kurdish.
Kurd. Well, where's the Way tribe?
Yeah. Oh, God. You beat me to it. Very food punny episode here.
The Pizookie tribe? Man. If you are a member of the Pizookie tribe, email us at overlookpodcast@gmail.com.
No.
Wrong.
Overlookhour@gmail.com.
There you go.
Yes.
Correct.
That's the Overlook Podcast.
Yeah, what the fuck?
By the way, I don't like referring to the show as the pod.
Oh, why?
I just like saying the show.
I either go cast or pod.
No, cast?
Yeah, I know.
I say cast sometimes.
I kind of like just putting the apostrophe in there. So it's like apostrophe cast. It's really dumb. All right. Are we going to kick this thing off?
I don't know. Randy, save us.
All right. I got you might want to queue up a sound clip.
All right.
Because I have it's not this first one, but I have 3 different streaming services.
Oh my God.
This week. The first one's going to be very quick because I think everyone should watch it. We mentioned Joel Petrakis' films are now on the Criterion channel. They're there, and they also have a new, I think it's like a 25-minute short that he did called Thing from the Factory by the Field.
Oh, I like it.
Good name, but let's be very clear. That's not a short, that's a medium. Continue.
So the premise of the short is a band of teenage metalheads get more than they bargained for when they accidentally kill a demon during a satanic ritual.
Oh,
Was this written
I'm
for
in.
you?
I'm into it.
It's great. It's very fun. They
They accidentally kill it.
yeah, it feels a little different than sort of some of his other stuff, but also kind of has his energy too. The like color palette and like the fact that he's working with kind of like younger actors kind of reminded me of
Larry Clark.
No, it reminded me of this film called Ham on Rye, which I talked about here once. Visually, it looks very similar. But yeah, it's really fun.
Bukowski bullshit, dude.
No relation, just the title's the same as Bukowski. But yeah, if you got a Criterion channel, check that out.
Do you guys follow Petrakis on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, God, I hate how active you are on Twitter without being active at all on Twitter.
I'm a lurker. You know
Same.
I like to watch.
But you know, like Twitter is 99% that.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do you follow Petrakis on Twitter?
I don't think so. I should.
He's tweeting a lot about being on the Criterion channel,
Uh-huh.
and he's doing like a little behind the scenes stuff about Ape. It's good.
Oh, cool.
Huh.
Yeah. Randy, did you see that?
No, I missed that.
Just basically saying that he and Joshua Berg, that he was still working an 8-hour job when they were filming Ape, and they would film. They filmed over the summer, and they would film all day on Saturday, and all day on Sunday, and by the end of the summer, they had the movie.
Damn.
Huh.
And then Joshua Berg got in there and just put like captions of a story that really happened between him and Joel, and he just said, basically, Joel reached out to him and said, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" And he said, "Nothing." He said, "Well, the sunlight looks really good, and I need to shoot you shooting bottle rockets into the horizon."
That's cool.
And he said, "All right, I'll get dressed." And so that was how they made Ape. And like, you could, yeah, I buy that.
How
And you get that spirit in it. It's great.
How weird would it be? So Robbie Smith, the one I always bring up on the show, he was talking to Joshua Berg to be in Morning Deliveries, that Stephen King short. How weird would that be? I mean, he got Paris in there, who's great. A very Joshua Berg type character too. But like, how weird would that be if like in Grieve it was Berg? I don't know.
Different movie.
Different. That's our metaverse world right there. Yeah, it would be very different.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got, Randy?
The second one is on a streaming service that we have a clip for. I saw Great Freedom on Mubi.
I didn't even want to press it because Randy was.
Yeah, you ruined. You can't, Randy. Do you not know how to tango, dude? This is a dance. This is a delicate, intricate dance.
I strained my damn wrist hovering over that button.
You just come in here with your hardcore stomping.
Yeah, dick.
All right, let's take this again. I saw a new movie featuring Franz Rogowski called Great Freedom on.
Okay, now fine. I wanted to cut him off. I wanted to be like when he said Mubi, I was gonna. He starts it the M, and then I go movie.
Both of you have no rhythm.
And now the app shut down. Okay.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding.
It's the movie of the week.
What a failure! What a fucking disaster!
It was too far gone at that point.
It was good.
We already lost it.
I liked it. No, that was perfect.
So a film with a much different energy than the previous short I just talked about. Great Freedom. I think it came out. It played some festivals last year, but I believe it is. I don't know if it's premiering on Mubi, but it's in Mubi in the US right now. You don't need a VPN like Petite Maman. Yeah, so they have a bunch of Franz Rogowski films on Mubi currently. They have Transit, which I love, and a couple other things that I need to check out. There's a movie called Lucifer, which Robbie Smith, speaking of which, talked about on this program.
Yeah, it's great.
50
I covered it too, Dick.
Did you?
Yeah, we saw it at the Little Roxy, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Clark Little Roxy.
I watched that one too. It's very good. But yeah, Great Freedom is a movie that takes place like post World War II in Germany. Franz Rogowski plays Hans, who is essentially in prison for being homosexual because of paragraph 175, which criminalized homosexuality back in the day during the war. And so you also find out that before the war, he was also in a concentration camp for being a homosexual. So, he ends up in prison, and then he this takes place over like 30 years. Goes by pretty quick though, and it essentially he develops a very unlikely relationship with his cellmate called his name's Victor.
What kind of relationship?
Crowley.
It gets kind of into a love story, essentially.
Sweet.
But yeah, it's very good. All the acting in it is very good. Franz is always great, I feel, and Victor was really good as well. I don't have the actual actor's name here, but they're both very solid. It's kind of a tough movie to watch just because there's a lot of sort of, suffering and not good stuff happening. But you also get a sort of insight into Hans's character and how, like, he's just going to live and do his thing. And kind of, he's, although he is in prison for being homosexual, he isn't going to really like let that kind of like, affect how he has relationships with people. And there's like still a lot of like life in his performance. It's not super dreary. It's really good. So it essentially opens with like very frank depictions of sex. So they're showing essentially like footage that somebody filmed like behind like a one-way mirror type of thing of him like hooking up with dudes like in a bathroom. And then they're showing this before like his trial, before they send him to prison. So like post-concentration camp, pre-prison. They got all this footage of him.
How was that concentration camp, Dick?
I don't know. You don't spend a lot of time there, but you definitely get a... I don't know. What's the difference between concentration camp Dick and prison Dick? I don't know. Probably similar.
Well, I would hope the movie would tell me.
But no, it's very good. Like I said, it does get dark, but there are some genuine, pretty sweet moments. I don't know. I don't know how people will feel about the ending. They'll probably either go one way or the other, but it's on par with the rest of the movie, and I think it makes sense. So it definitely stuck the landing for me.
What's a cooler prison movie, that or Brawl in Cell Block 99?
I don't know. I'm not a huge Brawl fan.
Well, you're fucking up.
It's fine. I saw it once, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd watch it again.
All time.
My last movie is a movie that I have questions about. Sort of. Ooh. Not really. Just want to know if Russell has seen it. So before the virtual festival, that's the only question. I had some time to kill, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to watch. So I turned on the Kino Cult application on my Apple TV, which has like a live TV function where they just program stuff, and you could just tune in, and they're showing like, whatever movie they have programmed for that time period. And The Evil Eye came on, literally ended right at 2:00, or said it was going to end at 2:00. So I was like, I'll check this out. So a Mario Bava film called The Evil Eye from 1963. I guess it is also known as The Girl Who Knew Too Much. You seen this?
No. It's definitely like, I'm aware of it. I've never watched it though. It's got John Saxon in it too, right?
It does, yeah. John Saxon and Letitia Roman. It's black and white, takes place in Rome. According to Wikipedia, it says it is considered to be one of the first giallos. Don't know how true that is or not, but I'm not generally a big giallo person, but I think just the like black and white photography and it taking place in Rome and seeing all these like, very famous spots in Rome kind of like back in the day. 63 isn't necessarily that far considering how long Rome's existed. But I don't know. I really liked all the cinematography. It felt kind of like a Hitchcock film or like a noir. Yeah, it was very good. I don't think I probably would have checked this out had it not been just on the KinoCult application, just because, like I said, I'm not a huge giallo guy. But yeah, this felt kind of more noir-y, more kind of Hitchcock. Very fun. Liked it a lot.
Yeah. I just read the synopsis. It sounds very Hitchcock. Like a mystery novel-loving American tourist witnesses a murder in Rome and soon finds herself and her suitor caught in a series of killings.
Yeah, and then you find out that the killer is killing people in alphabetical order, essentially, of their last name. So she finds out that the letter of her last name starts with D, and then she's going to be the next one.
Little Final Destination there. Learning your fate.
But see, here's the thing. What if he did that, but the killer was also dyslexic?
Okay.
That's a better story.
That's a good twist.
Yeah, that mixes it up.
I'm a good fucking writer, dude.
Yeah. That would be a good little twist in there. Also, John Saxon is Nancy's dad in Nightmare on Elm Street. Just a little fun trivia for y'all.
Oh my God, my life is now complete. Randy, why are you watching Giallo, dude?
It was on.
All right. That's all.
Like I said, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do to kill roughly 90 minutes before the fest. So
all right,
just happened to be on, and it was a good choice.
This is my favorite part of the show, where in our pre-meeting, we have meetings. We plan this whole thing out. In fact, we script the show. Everything is scripted. We're reading lines. And Clark today decided that he was going to tease us and not tell us what he covered. I think you have nothing. I think that's what the surprise is. Anybody else got a guess?
No, I heard it was embarrassing, but
okay.
That's all I know. You don't watch movies on planes either?
Something's going on with the American Airline Association.
Uh-oh.
Their internet does not work on the plane.
Oh,
and I can't access the application. I can't stream anything.
Wow, what were you doing?
My butt was itching like crazy.
Where? In the crack or just
No. Crack was fine. I'm talking like
cheeks.
No, my butt cheeks and my thighs, the under part of my thighs, where everything that was touching the seat.
Yeah.
Here's what I think what was happening.
Bugs.
Yes, bugs.
They had flight bugs.
Very clean.
No, not you.
I had to wash clothes at my sister's house.
Oh no.
And I was using a foreign detergent. I think
that'll do it.
Give you an itch.
I think that's what gave me an itch. Because I was wearing the briefs and there was direct contact. So I'm thinking that was it.
I knew I was going to make a joke about you scratching, an addiction joke, which is always so fun.
Yeah.
But it's funny because you were really scratchy.
So it depends on what your definition of nothing is.
Okay.
Because technically, this could probably fall under nothing.
What, did you read a magazine or something? Is that what you're going to cover?
Here's the deal. This is another segment of Clark Talks About Television.
Oh, do I need a stinger for that?
Do we need a spoiler alert?
I know. Spoiler alert.
Because we got shit for that Ozark thing, and I've never seen a minute of Ozark.
Who the fuck's bitching about
everybody?
I didn't spoil Ozark.
I couldn't. I don't know if you did or not.
I didn't spoil Ozark.
We should have a spoiler alarm so I can hit it. And go.
I will 100% spoil it now for you fucks.
Don't.
The blonde-headed girl got killed. The little curly girl, fucking dead.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple is fucking dead. She actually died not too long ago.
She took one in the temple.
The Staircase has been a story that has permeated our culture for 20 years. This was a documentary on the Sundance Channel in 2004.
What the hell?
You just wait. You just wait.
I know what's coming.
And so, I mean, Randy, it's very not that difficult.
I have no idea.
Well, you're not tuned in like Randy's tuned in.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know the story. You know the staircase.
Yeah,
when
I
it came
watched
out on Netflix. Now, the original staircase came out in 2004 on the Sundance Channel, which no one saw, which was unfortunate because truly one of the greatest documentaries I've ever seen in terms of, again, a genre that I have publicly ousted on this show and will continue to oust on this show of true crime. However, my issue with true crime, and I had this discussion with my family as they made me watch this new Renee Zellweger thing where she plays a woman who killed somebody, and it was on Peacock, and they're like, it's the greatest thing ever, and they got the guy from 60 Minutes to do the narration. It is such shit. And I hate it so much. And I hate true crime for what it turns into some sort of popcorn thing. And I don't know. It's just this gratification we get off death is not something I like to celebrate. However, when you can artfully tell a story and go into different human emotions associated with that death, then I'm more interested in that. And that is what the French duo, which I'm not going to try to pronounce their name, but that's what they did with The Staircase. And truly, to this day, is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And then Netflix, of course, decided they wanted to get in there. And so in 2018 or so, they did that.
Yeah.
Because there was an update to Michael Peterson case, and he's currently out. And so, it was, 20 years in the making. Well, now HBO, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to throw their hat into the ring. So now there is a dramatization of this story called, can you guess what it's called, Russell?
No idea.
It's called The Staircase.
Okay.
And the first 3 episodes dropped on the home box office channel this past week. I've seen 1.5. But I will say that I am very, I think this is great. I think the casting is solid. I keep going to the documentary. I don't want the documentary.
I found some information about the show, which changes my mind about the show.
Give it to me.
The creator is Antonio Campos, who did Simon Killer and After School.
Correct. I was getting there.
There's a Schwarzenegger in it.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Patrick.
Yeah, Antonio Campos did it. First episode is incredible. Colin Firth plays Michael Peterson. Now, here's the thing. I know this story intimately. I know the characters of this story intimately because, I've seen everything, and this has been on my radar for over a decade because I think I watched the documentary in like 2010. So, I'm very familiar with Michael Peterson's voice, his mannerisms. Like, I feel like I know the guy because I've seen dozens of hours of Michael Peterson. And Colin Firth his voice, it's scary. It's scary how good he is in this. Truly. Parker Posey is incredible in this. Toni Collette plays Kathleen, who is the woman who dies. That's what the show's about. So fuck
okay.
But again, excellent storytelling here. Excellent storytelling. And then Michael Stuhlbarg plays the hotshot lawyer with the white beard and the black hair. It's a good look. You remember that guy.
Hollywood Hogan.
Also,
Dane DeHaan's back.
Dane, you beat me to it. We got a Dane DeHaan in here. Patrick Schwartz. Is that Arnie's kid?
It's got to be, right?
Has to be.
The fire and the water.
He's pretty funny. I follow him on Instagram.
Patrick?
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah, Patrick.
You follow his son on Instagram?
Yeah, like he posts shit like he took his dad out to dinner and he was like, Happy Father's Day to the only man I know that wears a jacket with a picture of him on it. Yeah, I was like, oh no, he's good. He's self-aware.
Yeah, I think this is great. I'm going to watch the whole, I think there's 8 episodes. And I'm not sure how much they're going to include with this because, like I said, this is a 20-year-old story. It spans that amount of time. But currently, Michael Peterson is out of jail. He's 70.
Bad last name, apparently.
I know, right? I was thinking of Scott too.
Yeah.
I think it's Peterson. But that's Peterson with a D.
Oh,
right? Or are they both T's?
I have no idea.
Are they both T's?
We'll never know.
T's, yeah.
Both T's, okay.
Yeah, they're related, dude.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I still don't know if he did it. I don't know.
I don't even remember
He's a sharp guy.
The thing at all.
His wife,
she
fell down a staircase.
Yeah,
he was there. They say he did it. Also, he's bisexual. Also, had a bunch of cocks on his computer.
Wasn't there something like one of the cops might have planted evidence in the garage?
Well, that's the whole thing because he was a journalist. He was a novelist, and he'd write about the city government. And then that's why his defense was that it was, a butch job because he had been complaining about the government for so long.
Oh.
And the DA had it out against him.
Weird. It's like that Bava movie Randy watched.
This could be very shallow.
All right, you done?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll make another one.
Fuck
and make
yeah.
it Giallo.
No, I'm still looking forward to the fondant footage.
No, Randy, we don't want to make a Giallo Biafra.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Well, me, because today when I woke up, I was incredibly hungover and I felt terrible. Went back to bed and I didn't even realize we were recording today. So I asked
that's
for
about right.
I know. I asked for.
We've
time to be
recorded
pushed
on
back.
every Sunday for 16 years.
No, normally we do Saturday.
Eh.
Ask David, dude. He's the one that gives the date all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I hadn't even thought about it. So I asked to push the show back and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do everything. I'm going to get a segment ready. I'm going to watch 2 movies. Didn't work out because I was doing math wrong in my head. Story of my life. So then I was like, well, I want to watch something topical, like new, get the crowd interested. Something that everybody can relate to. And me and Oksana sat there and I was like, well, what are we going to watch? I don't know how it happened, but we ended up on Tubi watching a movie with another unfortunate title. We have yet another feature film called Audition.
Audition.
I'm like, wait.
Audition or audition?
Audition.
Audition.
Audition. Wait, what is audition? Oh, no, audition.
God.
No, not late night edition. Audition like Takashi.
Audition.
Yeah, audition.
Yes. Not the thing you can't do. Audition.
Wait, what is addition?
Add.
Like adding.
Oh, addition.
Wow.
I was thinking ED.
It's a shame.
ED is what I have.
Again, I think we've illustrated bad title. Not.
That's why they tacked on found footage film on IMDb.
Yeah, so now it's Audition found footage film. An even better title now.
Audition found footage film?
Yeah.
So it's actually searchable.
So there's a colon found footage film. Anyway, this movie came out in 2021. It is on Tubi, like I mentioned. Again, whenever we talk about Tubi, we always talk about the commercial location. I think somebody might be plugging them in there. They're perfectly timed. Either that or they have a good algorithm. I know Clark disagrees with me here, but I think this movie was another great example of that, right?
Yeah.
The commercials came at like great moments. Like, I don't know. It feels like there's a little bit of human guiding behind there. Anyway, Audition, found footage film is about, here we go. We'll read from IMDb. A director, air quoting, held and filmed auditions in 2009 for young women to star in his reality film. The disturbing footage was recently found over a decade later. The killer has never been caught. See Terror for Real. Now, it's weird, right? That's a weird premise right there. There's a couple of things going on in this movie. One, it feels like it was filmed in the 90s. I know you popped in for a minute.
Yes, I'm looking here. It said that on IMDb, it says that he held filmed auditions in 2009.
Yeah. I don't know. It felt like this was like footage from before cell phones even.
Yeah.
It looked grainy. Like, how the world just looked different in like 90s video? It looked like that. Like it had to be on like mini DV or something this was shot. And I'm not complaining. I actually liked it. The film is a little bit, we got a little bit of a creep vibe here We have a POV of a director who doesn't get on camera, and we're doing one of my favorite subgenres of found footage, where it's voyeurism, the whole thing. This guy's just casting beautiful girls to take advantage of them. And audiences are immediately like, it puts you in a position of like, you got to kind of think about what you're looking for in a film like this. I think a major critique would be there's really like no horror tropes in this movie. It's a lot of creepy like vibery. Like we're just kind of hanging out with girls, being invasive in like, I don't know, like peeking at them while they're in a changing room. Like there's really not a lot of horror shit. Like he's not killing people on camera. There's not a lot of gratuitous nudity, which kind of puts you in an audience position where you're kind of hoping for it.
Are there's no frank depictions of sex?
No, there's no Frank doesn't
Randy.
show up. And honestly, I don't know. So I watched this with Oksana. We didn't talk about it. And I don't know. You end up in a position where you're kind of looking for something to happen. And I think it's worth thinking about, because it's that thing that like the French and Hitchcock would always talk about, where like in Rear Window, you end up in kind of a antagonist position in the audience where you want bad things to happen because, film is our chance to look at the forbidden fruit. So you hang out with these beautiful girls in this, dude, and you're kind of like
Eli Roth's Forbidden Fruit.
Yeah. The fucking rotten fruit.
Forbidden fruit. Forbidden fruit.
No, so you're kind of like, I don't know, you're waiting. You're like, dude, fucking murder this bitch. Or like, I don't know. Like, so the main girl we're hanging out with, Lacey, she's in
Peterson.
She's in one of the ugliest dresses I've ever seen. It looks like her boobs are about to fall out at all points, which isn't why it's ugly, but it's this like bathroom.
Are you talking about the girl at Dairy Queen?
Yeah, that one.
What's wrong with that dress?
One, it's the color green that you only find inside of a bathroom.
Well, she was a pretty girl.
She's beautiful.
Yeah,
but the dress was horrible.
It looked like she spilled something on it. Like
it did make
flowers.
her boobs look weird.
No, there's flowers on it, but they're not like strategically placed. It's bad.
No,
design.
it looked like it was stained. And Oksana was like, "Are those dots supposed to be?"
Could
there?
be her favorite band.
Well, I mean, when you get up close, again, we got that 90s distortion of like low quality camera. You can see their flowers. It's like, oh, that is a fucking hideous dress. Anyway, the girl that played Lacey is beautiful. And I think the film for like a casual audience will only work because he's basically got a bunch of pretty women who it's just male gaze, the whole movie. But there are a couple of scenes that I really liked. One, so the whole thing here is the director's he's auditioning girls for a reality film.
Yeah,
that's what he calls it. It's not going to be a TV show. It's going to be a reality movie. And the movie is going to be written with real women doing real thing. Like there's no script. So basically it's a really dumb premise.
So basically he's Larry Clark.
Kinda, except I mean, I'm going to take that joke seriously, and because I think it is a good point. Larry Clark finds people and then crafts a script out of their life.
Yeah.
And then uses them as non-actors to portray it. This guy is offering like, hey, those like Real World? Like we're going to do that, but a movie, which doesn't really make sense. But I think part of the story is that he's manipulating these women who clearly he has no idea what the film is. He's just going to murder them. We're doing a little bit of Maniac here too. He's got a thing for mannequins, which is a bonus because what is Oksana's number one fear? The mannequins, which is
mannequin.
She's not a fan of Randy. No, you both made a face, and Randy turned his head like he was actually in the room and like looked at her. Right, Oksana? I'm not making that up. People are going to think I'm making that up.
No, I hate mannequins, especially out of my peripherals. I don't like standing next to them. I can like I'm not afraid to look at them, but I don't like them very much.
We got mannequin heads down there. What about a mannequin head?
No, they're fine. It's just like, I think it's the Uncanny Valley thing where they're like human sized, but they're not alive.
Oh yeah, the Uncanny Valley is the most realized with mannequins for sure. And in this film, there's a moment where we're following Lacey into one of those like vintage shops you would find on Haight Street, where they have like all the clothing is from like the 50s or something, and she's walking around in there, and it's one of my favorite things about found footage film, where you can tell they probably had an outline of what they were going to do here, but it's just her walking around. She's kind of taking him through a store she likes, and she's pointing out things. And hey, great camera work. I believe the dude Eric Huff directed and wrote this movie, and he played the director character who's named David. And he great visual storytelling with moving that camera. He does a lot of my favorite thing, like in Creep, where the actions of the camera kind of inform you into what the director's thinking. So we walk through here, and she's pointing out things, and on the bottom floor there's like creepy dolls and shit, and he's looking at them. They go upstairs, and it's all clothing racks. But he's filming her from behind as she walks, and it's a perfect like labyrinthian, if that's a word, effect we get, where she's just like weaving through. She pulls out a shirt, and he's like, "Oh, what's that shirt say?" And she's like, "I'm a rock star." Like, and it's like a perfect. She's supposed to be like 19. She seems so naive. This guy's clearly got a predator's gaze going through this thing. And he's like, oh, that's a pretty cool shirt. Like, why do you want that? She's like, well, I'm going to a rock show tonight. I think it's, it's the uniform. And it's like, oh, you're so dumb. This guy's going to kill you. And she goes through and she's like, oh, I should get shorts too. She finds like the tiniest pair of shorts. And I'm like, people can't fit in those. So we're walking around, and like on the second floor, there's a bunch of mannequins up there. So here's another thing I've been talking about, where the found footage movie is really the playground of the editor. This movie, there's some pretty interesting editing here. Like, just thinking about transitions, because Oksana did a lot of this work for the first time for the streaming festival we just did. So now I've just been thinking, like, in the editor's seat, like how to cut scenes together. A lot of cool stuff in here.
That's a good segment for you.
What?
In the editor's seat.
I like it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we could do something with that. I could see a stinger already.
Randy, write the music.
You can hear one.
Yeah, thank you, Randy. I wasn't going to correct that. So we'd be walking by, and he'll zoom in on mannequins, and then we'll go like, and it will have like footage of like a girl saran wrapped on the floor, but it's overlaid. Like he does like dissolves. It's really cool, and it works well for the tone. Anyway, at the end of the labyrinth, she goes into a changing room. And the changing rooms in this vintage store are, of course, only a thin cloth. So there wasn't any frank sexual action, but the camera definitely did sneak in there. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, it kind of forces you, like the premise of the actual film we were watching, like not the film within the film, but it's supposed to be, footage from a killer that he's released.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're kind of watching it, looking for like murder or like nudity, I don't know. Maybe we're the monsters at the end of the day. Anyway, the end of the film, like, I don't think this is not for casual found footage fans. If you like found footage, there's a fantastic, beautiful scene. We should probably just cut it so we can show people. At the end of this movie, they go, he brings her back to his, what did he call it? There was a prompt in the beginning of the film, an abandoned mannequin factory.
He called it his soundstage, but it was an abandoned mannequin factory.
Now, you say that, and you're like, how are you going to pull that off? And he brings her in, and he's like, hold on, take my camera. I'll be right back. So now this is the first time anybody else has ever held the camera. The lights go off, and she's left there, realizes the front door's locked. And now we kind of mirror what we did in the vintage shop, and it's a labyrinth of fucking mannequins, and it is gigantic. And it both feels organic, where she's just randomly walking. Also, whoever played Lacey, she doesn't have a credit on IMDb. Fantastic job filming. I kept thinking of that dumb critique on Found Footage Critic where people were like, oh, The Sacrament is dumb because they handed off the camera to a random villager and they did fantastic cinematography. Yeah. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up. And she did too. And I'll tell you, when you don't know what the director looks like and she's moving through a dark warehouse full of they placed the mannequins perfectly. Like he knew what he was doing and that she was going to be walking through here. So towards the end of that, you start to get a lot of male mannequins and you're like, oh, he's going to be in there. And me and Oksana were watching. We're like, that's him. That's the one. And we were just,
I was like, wait, no, it's missing an arm. That's not even a human.
No, it was so much fun. Like, that was a fantastic scene. The rest of the movie, not a lot happens though. And again, I don't think a lot of people are going to go check this out. So I wanted to share with everybody a song from this movie. So here you go. Enjoy this thing. I don't think I could set it up even if I tried.
They say, oh, play me. Come out and play with me. If you don't play with me, I'll be your enemy. I'll scratch your eyes out. I'll stab you with a knife. And that will be the end of your life. Who's been the bad boy?
Crispin Glover, dude.
Dude, that shit is fucking insane. Honestly, I think we might be able to turn that into some sort of a stinger. Oh my God. But that is the wackiest moment in the movie. And it's just really a montage of like, I don't know, maybe potential violence that happened off camera. There even is one moment where a girl is saran wrapped and she's laying on the floor in between two mannequins. And I think you could see her nipples and he blurred them out. Mm-hmm. And that's really my one complaint is now there is a...
Well. Tubi.
No, I don't know. There's new... Tubi gets...
Tubi has like porn on there.
Tubi
almost.
has straight up European porn on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is it blurred?
No.
Oh, you watching European porn?
Well,
on
I
Tubi?
mean, so what happened? There was a night where we were watching Italian horror and it auto played into like Italian sex comedy shit. And it was like, oh, we're going like full bush, like multiple partners in
full bush Italian.
Isn't Jess Franco in there, dude?
There was Frank showed up in that movie.
I found the actress. It's Alexandra Dreyfus, and I don't think that movie is listed on her IMDb.
Oh, she probably wanted no part. How did you find her?
Tubi has her listed.
Oh, she's probably pissed about that.
She's also the daughter of Richard Dreyfuss.
Now, and here's one thing. So the problem with the nipple thing is it's Megan is missing. Where you're like,
nipple.
Well, yeah, free the nipple, one. But two, if you're making a film and the filmmaker or like the person who edited, directed, and did everything is a serial killer, it kind of ruins the suspension of disbelief when you're like, oh, I'm going to blur her nipples out while she's saran wrapped in my closet. But on top of that, it's, I mean, honestly, there is an argument for it. It's maybe them not wanting to share the nudity. But earlier in the film, the girl who, Miss Dreyfus, who's good in the movie, so he has her go to locations and just talk on camera. And they go to a playground. And I don't know if she's riffing or if it's all real, which is, a hallmark of a good moment. But she climbs up this rocket thing and there's a slide on it. And she goes down and she's in that dumb, ugly dress. Yeah. And it's a metal slide. So in my head, I'm like, oh, that's not going to work. And the opposite happened. She got fucking launched off of it. She flies down that slide and flips over. And her dress flies up. And was she wearing underwear?
It didn't look like it.
I don't think she had underwear on.
Oh, full beef?
No, because she flipped over and landed face down. So it's full butt. And I'm like, that scene was really long for like a stunt to happen. So I'm like, was that a candid moment? Like, did that really happen? And her butt just like was there? I'm like, because if they planned that out, that was incredible.
I can't tell if they planned it or not either.
But her butt was there. You know what I mean? There's nudity. It's not like you blurred the butt.
Don't blur the butt. Blur the butt.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a trip. I don't know. What would you give it, Oksana?
Probably like a 3.5.
I think I'm there with you.
Like, she's really good in it, and he's also really good. He's got a really good voice. He talks almost the entire time.
But are they? There are moments where there's like a little bit of acting. Like you could tell her watch breaks at one point.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. Like for everything feeling so casual and like authentic, those moments feel so not. It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
oh, here's our bit that
I'm
we have
sure
to
they
do.
had like a couple of moments and they were like, okay, these things have to happen at these places or whatever. But for the rest of it, I feel like she was supernatural. She was very natural.
She was supernatural.
And just, I don't know, that ending, that last scene is like so great.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I think Oksana just had a crush on her.
She was adorable.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl. All of them were, and I think that works. But man, unless you're into those kind of like, I don't know what to call them. They're kind of like meandering found footage films, like Evil Things. I don't know if I could recommend this to you, but I dug it. I don't know.
There was a prompt in the beginning of it about how like the families of the missing girls cooperated so that they could like release this. None of that even came up. Like I don't know why they even.
I believe that's one of the complaints I read on IMDb was like all the girls in this, you're just supposed to accept they're dead because none of it happens on camera. I don't know. It's weird.
All the girls are dead.
I took a bunch of nipples. I took a bunch of nipples. I took a bunch of notes. Sorry, I'm very hungover. One of my blurred nipples covered that. Male gaze.
Any dong?
No dong. It could have used some dong. I'm not joking.
Oh, every film.
So my mom came over for the virtual fest, and she brought my dad for a little bit, and they were talking about nudity in films and why there isn't any really anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, the internet ruined that. Like, you can't market a movie based on like, hey, here's a pretty girl, want to see her naked? Because the fucking internet's there. I'm like, honestly, it's mostly male nudity because we're just trying to even things out now. And I'm like, also, when you throw a wiener in a movie, anything can happen. Like, like we could take this far. And my mom was just not into that argument. She was like, we don't need to see naked dudes.
I heard that at least if you want to pass the R rating for MPAA, dong has to be fake.
Wait, what?
Apparently, in Red Rocket, Simon Rex's dong is not his real dong.
Yeah. Yes.
And he was saying how if you wanted to pass for a R rating in the MPAA, it has to be fake dong. It can't be real dong in movies.
Why? We're showing real tits. We're showing real puss.
I don't know. But apparently that's the way it is for the MPAA R rating.
And we still can't go erect, right?
I mean, I guess if it's fake.
Get Frank on the phone.
Can't go erect. Well, I've pulled up a couple of user reviews on the International Movie Database.
Oh, that's where all the poets of film review go.
Oh, we're about to venture. There are 2 reviews for this film. Only
right.
2. I will read them both. The first review is done by Beth's Gym 13693 on the 12th of March of this year. Beth's Gym gave this 4 out of 10 stars. And the title of Beth's Gym's review is Wow, period, question mark. I am not sure if the story is true, but there was no real horror. More a guy spending a day with his last victim. Could have been so much more. I guess it could have been put together in a different way. Save yourself the time. Pick anything else.
Good job there. You had to reconstruct that sentence on the
He
fly.
still gave it 4.
Out of 10.
Now, this is the better review from Lulpest9 on the 6th of May, 2022. So
okay. They just watched
a few
it.
days ago. Lulpest gave this 8 out of 10 stars. And the title of his review is Certainly Exists. The most I wanted to make a movie then did picture I've seen in a while. Guy just follows chicks around. We're supposed to just know these chicks are killed. They couldn't be bothered showing it. Would have been way hotter with a little fake blood or at least a chick playing dead.
Yeah, 0 out of 1 people found that helpful.
And 0 out of 1 people found that helpful. 3 out of 3 found it helpful for Beth's Gym.
Yeah, wow, dot question mark helped a few people. There is one thing I forgot to mention. there's a hinted ARG element to this movie.
Oh God.
Where there's clearly like clues put in, like a lot of number
You think
play.
everything's an ARG, though?
No.
You think our life is an ARG?
It is, dude. Check it out. I saw Doctor Strange 2, and now I know everything.
Did you?
No.
I was about to say.
Although I probably will now.
Why?
I heard it's very Sam Raimi, very horror.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
It's very Marvel.
I know.
That trailer
That's
looks
what I-
Marvel. Tell.
Yeah, but I heard there's like a Necronomicon in it. Bruce Campbell shows up.
Bruce Campbell shows up?
Yeah, so I'm in.
God damn it.
I know. I didn't.
Fuck you.
I really
I
didn't.
almost went on Friday too, but I was like, nah, I don't want to be that nerd that
Fucking-
goes opening weekend.
You got a BC in there, and I'm in.
Bruce,
so I gotta go. I gotta go watch
What's
it.
Bruce doing?
I don't know, but I want to check it out.
God damn it. Sam.
I know. Man, if it wasn't fucking, oh man, if it wasn't Sam Raimi, I heard even the like direction style.
I'm tired of the Doctor Strange thing, though. I liked him, but we've been
Hey,
Doctor Strange heavy.
Doctor Strange on paper, that first movie, I couldn't have been more excited.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I love Mads Mikkelsen too, and I was just
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm in. I watched it and I went, okay.
Boring.
I didn't really love anybody in it.
Do you not like the Cumberbatch?
I like the visuals, but again, it's hard to like remove Inception from that movie. But I don't know. You want to do that on your birthday, Oksana?
Mm.
Okay, good. I thought I should throw that out there. But
You'd rather do Crow 4?
Yeah, it sounds like more fun, but I mean, I see this and
come on, we got to figure it out.
Do you not want to do anything? You just want
If you don't want to do anything, that's
you
an
just want
option.
to cook soy rizo on your birthday?
I haven't cooked soy in a long time.
Soy
Not a bad
rizo-
idea though.
Yeah, Trader Joe's soy rizo is great. Anyway, there is an ARG element. I couldn't piece anything together. I didn't try super hard, but I don't know. Maybe we should book the director and ask him about it. Like, what's up with the ARG, dude?
And speaking of Trader Joe's, shout out to the Trader Joe's cheeseburger burrito.
I'm in. I'll try it.
It's pretty good.
Oh, last thing. When we ended the movie, Tubi had a recommendation queued up. The title of the recommendation was 9 Days, whipped, chained, and tortured by a psychopath. In the description of that movie, it referred to the movie as torture porn.
All right.
It referred to itself as torture porn. I've never heard of that before.
This sounds like a cool guy.
9
There's
days.
also already another movie out called 9 Days that is apparently good.
Oh, so maybe it recommended this movie based on poorly picked titles, like Audition, that they had to do found footage movie.
Also,
9 Days had to do whipped, chained, and tortured by a psychopath.
That was
also,
20.
one time I received a phone call of a raspy voice telling me I had 7 days.
Oh my God. That's what you were trying to hammer in there. Hold on. I want to read the description, but
it was timely. I had to get it in quickly.
I can't find, there's no IMDb listing for it.
There is. It's just under 9 days. 9 days, 2013.
Oh God. They couldn't even commit to the extra long, dumb title. Also, the poster is terrible. The saying goes that love means never having to say you're sorry. This is especially true when you're being held in a religious madman's basement with your neck chained to a wooden post. 9 Days is based on a darkly comic reading of Dante's Inferno.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I forgot it said Dante's Inferno, but torture porn. That was the Tubi description. So
Sign me up.
next week we'll cover 9 days.
This sounds like Eli Roth.
Oh, dude.
This is
Look at the poster. I'm pulling it up. Dude. That's Eli Roth, dude.
God. Wait.
I'll
go
watch the other 9 Days featuring Zazie Beetz.
All right. Thanks for that, Randy.
You know, that's the only way I can't eat my beets if they're a little zazzy. All right.
Wait, I got to do one. Zazie Beats by Dre.
Nice.
All right, that's something.
Not bad.
That's
That's
something.
it. I'll give it to you. All right, Noxana, go.
Skip.
Zazie beats her wife. I got 2 in. What you got?
Zazie Borscht.
All right.
Borscht. How do you say it?
Borscht.
Okay.
Ooh, do it one more time.
Borscht.
Borscht.
Now put Zazie before it.
Zazzy borscht.
No, you got to do Zazzy all Russian.
How?
Like Zazzy. Zazzy borscht.
Come on, do it.
No.
Do it.
Come on.
Do it. We're very excited.
I can't. I don't understand.
Just do it. If you're thinking about it, stop thinking about it. You're thinking.
Zazzy. I can't.
Zazzy borscht.
It just comes out Zazzy because
Zazzy.
Zazzy, I guess.
Zazzy.
A is.
Okay, you're overthinking it.
Zazzy borscht.
Just tap into your Russian blood. Say it. No, I don't want him to say it. Come on. Tomorrow you're going to be too old to do this dumb shit anymore. You have to do it today.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God. I can't believe how hard this is for you.
It's because it doesn't work.
And you've ruined the bit.
We can never end the show unless you finish this thing.
Zazzy beats.
What? No, bored.
We'll see you Thursday.
God.
Maybe.
Damn it.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Overlook Hour. And if you would like to hear more, please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your podcatcher of choice is. And while you're there, go ahead and give us a rating and or a review, which is a very easy way for you to support this show that we bring to you every week for years now, free of charge. And as always, you can find us on YouTube at The Overlook Theater, Instagram at The Overlook Theater, Facebook at The Overlook Hour, and Twitter at The Overlook Hour. Last but not least, you can send us your emails and tell us how much you like or dislike the show at overlookhour@gmail.com. And if you're nice, maybe we'll read them on the show. I've been your engineer, Randy Stat. Please join me along with Clark, Russell, and Oksana again next time. Bye.